I'm here with Steven Hudspeth that just passed the live proctor exam today. First of all, congratulations. How do you feel that you've become a certified admin and passing the proctored exam?
It feels good because Go High Level is such a complicated tool. Each little bit, I think, is very valuable.
Awesome. Yeah, it keeps growing bigger and bigger, bigger. It's really hard to find one person, even internally, that's mastered everything on every feature essentially. What motivated you to join the admin certification program in the first place?
I don't know how you would be a reseller of High Level without a certification from High Level. That kind of just adds value to you believe in what you're selling, you're diving into it full board, and you know that there's a lot to be learned. You don't do it, I mean, there's no way you really know everything.
Very true, very true. Yeah, and it's a good way to really break away the specialists from people that claim to be specialists. So like I said, this is more of an entry exam. This gets you into school. And then as we dive deeper into the badges, you'll have different skill sets where you can really master your art and really shine, essentially. So can you share a skill or knowledge which you gained during the program that you find valuable today as the role that you play in your day-to-day work?
So we've not used custom values as well as we probably should. And so I've learned a lot through the video and the training about how important custom values can be and what they can really do for my business. I would definitely say I picked a lot out of that. But obviously, there's a lot of little nuggets throughout the high level process.
Awesome. Yeah, custom values are a big factor. If you use snapshots a lot, it can really speed and make your life a lot easier, especially if you built out elaborate workflows. You can just update those specific values like a business name or essentially times or anything of that nature, links, just by updating the custom value. So that is a big, big thing that a lot of good snapshots, if you purchase a snapshot and it doesn't have custom values, you should question it. All right. Did you encounter any unexpected challenges or surprises during the certification journey? If so, how did you overcome them?
I would definitely say so. I'm very detailed orientated, so going through it, it felt a little overwhelming at first in that process, and then just taking my time. Like I took the whole entire hour to go through it, trying to be more thorough and not rush through it. But yeah, it seems like a lot of information, but it's not as bad once you're kind of working through it.
Awesome. So if for someone that's considering joining the program, what advice or tips would you give them based on your experience thus far?
Um, you got to watch the videos. I mean, everything kind of it's not you can't just come in and try it. Like you got to watch all the videos, learn there's certain things like I've like said do some of that back end stuff that I am not as good at. That was in the videos and kind of a nice little refresher before getting here. Even though I still struggle with it a little bit, having that refresher knowledge is important.
Yeah, and that's a big thing that a lot of people overlook because even my personal self here, when I first started, those one-time setup things, you set it and you forget it, right? So whenever
Yeah,
you're addressing a new agency or a new account, it's always important to see that if they have their account set up correctly, firstly, want to avoid like deliverability issues, compliance issues. So those things are important, very important, but it is like you said, a one-time setup. And once you're doing it and you're in it every day, you don't generally come back to that. So those are just good memory joggers. Okay, cool. So reflect on your journey. What stood out the most about your time in the admin certification program, emotionally or potentially skill-wise?
um, there're just a lot of videos. um, like and it's some of it's so. I mean, it's like you just gotta sit there and go through it. So I mean, I don't know. That's like the one thing. Like it's really great because most of the videos were short and easy to understand. A few of them a little bit longer. I had to kind of go back a couple different times. But again, I think, like I said, there's a lot of good videos, and that's I like that they're short because I could stop. I didn't have to get too far into something and then come back. So that was definitely one of the big pluses
Great.
of it.
Appreciate that. Yeah, that's kind of what we're going for. Like you said, there is a lot of videos, so keeping it bite sized. I ended up recording like 10-minute videos and then I'd cut them back down to like 6 if I could, or even shorter. So I really appreciate that. A lot of editing, even though try and make it congruent, you might catch a few ifs, ahs, or like spaces like that's kind of weird. But as long as you keep working through it, and we're actively checking out the comments on those videos too. So I appreciate your time in here. Congratulations. What I'm going to do now is admit you to the official certification community. And then I'm going to give you access to your certification badge, which you can post on LinkedIn. Make sure to set up your profile, and we'll go through best practices here in a second. Congratulations, dude.
Thank you.